Alright, welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. So, just a bit of an announcement. I am canceling the Blood Eagle Achievement series because I tried recording that series for like half an hour, constant interruptions, and that put me in just such a god-awful mood that I was just not playing just straight at all. Like, I was just so distracted by just anger that just everything just went off the rails, and the campaign is just completely unrecoverable. Like, it is just unrecoverable beyond just absolute belief. So, I'm canceling that series, and hopefully, I don't have a situation like that happen for this video as well. But at least, I won't fuck this game. At least I can't fuck it. Like I can in CK3, so... whatever. Back at it then, shall we? Hey, Kaiser! Hey, Sebastian. Do you need my help again? We're just a small-town police department, and with Bryce removed from the case, our resources are thinner than ever. I understand. So what do you have for me? First up is the primary witness in the latest murder, Damien, the victim's assistant. He was one who found her body. A few things have changed since this morning, as we found some additional information from forensics that warrant further questioning. I know you knew the victim personally, so you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'll leave the choice to you. You can find her assistant at the production facility. You seemed interested in that underground building we found near the portal. I realized you might actually be able to help us with that. Since it's expected to be of human origin, your opinion would be greatly appreciated. I guess I should also add archaeologist to my resume. Maybe human matters consultant would be more appropriate. Do you really think it's okay for me to tamper with your priceless discoveries? You wouldn't actually go there in person. I just want you to take a look at the collected information in the archives and give us your opinion. Besides, no one is allowed to visit at the moment. The building is old and unstable, and there is a danger of it collapsing or flooding. Obviously, we don't want either of those to happen. Flooding? Yes, the whole building's underground, and we've determined that it's a rather large pocket of water surrounding it. Any kind of disturbance could endanger everything and everyone inside. I see. We also located another witness for the latest murder. A store clerk reported seeing and hearing something, so it's probably worth it to ask him a few questions. Got it. Here are all the details. Visit me at the department once you're done. Sure thing. It was interesting that they still relied on me for their investigations, even after they tried to send me back to my world. I didn't expect them to allow me to help with police matters after everything that had happened. Now that the possibility of sending me back was eliminated, the advantages of having me on their side apparently outweighed the risks. Though I had to wonder who would have to be more careful from now on. What should I do? Let's go to the facility. I guess they probably would have gotten rid of the body. Oh, it's Lorem. Hey, Kaiser! Lorem, what are you doing here? I'm just fetching some equipment for my roommate. He's in the middle of an experiment, and he really needs this stuff. He sounded very emotional, which is very unusual for him. Sounds like it's serious. And you're here for important human business, I bet. Yeah, sure. By the way, how about I invite you to our place sometime? There's another thing you could help me with. What is it? I'd like to make some pictures of you. Okay. I want to use them as references for the humans in my game. I see, well, I can't promise anything right now, but I'll keep it in mind. Great, thanks. I should really get going before my roommate blows up the apartment. What? Alright, take care. You too. This should be the right place. Oh my. Can I help you? Oh, you are Anna's assistant, right? Assistant? You must be joking. First off, I was never anyone's assistant. Secondly, that witch is dead. So even if I was, I would have been moved up the corporate ladder by now. But you are Damien, aren't you? Yes, where I come from, people usually introduce themselves before they start asking questions, though. You don't know who I am? Of course I know who you are, but that doesn't mean you need to learn some manners. Anyway, what do you want? Can I ask you a few questions? What about? Anna's murder. And who are you to go around asking questions like that? I'm working with the police on this matter. And I'm supposed to believe that? For all I know, you could be with the murderer and are just here to find out if I know something that could implicate you. Well, according to my information, you didn't particularly like the victim. Not only were you the last person to see her alive, but you were also the one who found her. As you may imagine, this warrants some questions. You know what? I don't have to listen to this. I don't know who you think you are, barging into my workplace and barking questions, but if you really are with the police, let them know that I won't say one more word on the matter without a lawyer. I wonder if Damien was a suspicious person in general, or if the rumors surrounding Reza were affecting his perception of me. Before this, everyone I had talked to during my investigation had been rather cooperative. Before deciding my next move, I returned to my apartment for a moment to rest. A small piece of paper had been slipped under my door while I was gone. Don't go to the portal, was all it said. I considered the possibility of a hidden message, but that was unlikely. The statement was blunt and quickly scrawled. Someone clearly didn't want me to go to the portal. But why would I go there in the first place? As I thought it was out of order right now, such an action would serve no purpose. I looked outside the window, at the portal's faint silhouette in the distance. The paper rustled through my fingers as I fidgeted with it, wondering about the message's sending and significance. My train of thought was violently interrupted by a sharp burst of gunfire echoing from the portal. I had to think fast. The gunshots assured Rez's involvement. He was at the portal. The question was why. If this was his attempt to flee back to the human world, he would receive a rather unpleasant surprise the moment he would try to use the portal. Or maybe Sebastian's theory was correct, and Reza had the part needed to repair the portal, in which case his escape could be imminent. The gunshots themselves were another question. Was someone trying to stop him? The police patrol may have seen him, and he may have been taken by surprise. This could be another murder in progress. But all of his murders were committed with a sharp weapon before now, not a gun. He didn't want to be heard. Besides, it was only early evening, and the town was still bustling. If Reza wanted to stay hidden, he was doing a rather poor job at it. Of course, there was also the possibility that he wanted to be heard. But who would he want to attract? The police? Maverick? It could easily be a trap for those hunting him. And that technically included me. I wasn't sure if he knew of my involvement in the investigation. There was also a very real possibility that he knew my apartment was close enough to the portal to hear gunshots. Could it be a signal for me? Regardless, the words I held in my hands were unmistakable. Don't go to the portal. Oh, come on. I'm going to the portal. It's much more fun. Also, I want to talk to Reza again if possible. The path I took was a familiar one by now. Even with night falling, it was easy for me to find my way around. Long, grotesque shadows stretched before me, and the atmosphere was eerie and dangerous. I couldn't tell if it was because of the evening's shroud of darkness, or if the urgent situation tugging at my mind had twisted my perception. I made it past the village border and pressed on. There was still a far distance to go. Suddenly, gloved hands grabbed me from behind, clamping over my mouth. I couldn't make a sound. From what I could see, it was the same hooded figure I had met at the maintenance room after the second murder. It's too late. Maverick arrived before you did, and he'll make sure that no one uses the portal today. Don't follow me. I was shoved to the ground, and before I could regain my composure, the figure vanished into the darkness. If Maverick was still in the area, it was not a good idea to stay here. I wouldn't want to fuel his suspicious, or even worse. I figured it was time to go back to the police department anyways. You try to go to the portal, and I got an achievement called Reckless. Good shit. There you are, Kaiser. It seems to me you've taken a liking to Bryce's share. Maybe. I could get used to this. Don't tell Bryce, though. By the way, we have evidence that Reza visited the portal today. Some reported loud bangs consistent with what we know about his weapon. We didn't manage to catch him, but I wonder if this stunt meant he's getting desperate. Who knows? Now let's take a look at what you've got for me. This ain't much information to go on, but who knows when it could come in handy. I do what I can. I know, and your help is greatly appreciated, believe me. Especially since we're so short on staff right now. That'll be all for today. I'll contact you if we need anything. Of course. See you next time. See ya. And now it's daytime again. Hooray. Finally a free day. What should I do? Alright. I only have 4 options. I have a feeling if I go to meet Bryce or Remy, it's going to involve also potentially being near Emera. And I don't want to be near Emera right now. So let's just order some lunch, actually. So that option has been around for a while, and I haven't used it. Why is it, like, dark all of a sudden? Excuse me? I remember that Adina had told me that the cafe did deliveries as well, and not having anything else better to do, I figured I should try it out. I made my order with a quick phone call, and it wasn't long before the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Well, that was quick. It just so happened that Dean herself stood in the doorway, dripping wet and with damp containers. Oh, it's raining. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, she looks so sad. Oh, it's you. I thought they sent you away after everything that's going on. They changed their minds, so I suppose you was stuck with me for a little while longer. I see. Here's your order. Sorry I got a little wet, but it should still be okay. Yeah, you're soaked. Why don't you come in? Thanks. I was just about to ask you if I could stay for a little while. This was actually my last delivery for the day, and I live on the other side of town. Of course. I can let you fly back when it's this ugly outside. Feel right at home. I better eat this before it gets cold. I sat down at the table and started eating my food while Dean decided to take a seat opposite of myself. Do you like it? Yeah, I ordered something I knew I'd actually like this time. I didn't want to make the same mistake I did earlier today. Hmm. Do you have something similar where you come from? We do, as a matter of fact. It's almost scary how close it is to what we have back home. Really? Maybe we all just share a similar taste. Maybe. Maybe there's more to it than that. What do you mean? Well, did you trace your origins back to humans in some way? I know what kind of reputation we have in your culture. That is true. Let me ask you this. Where do you think the portal you found came from? Who built it? Humans did it, of course. Exactly. If you believe humans had something to do with an artifact created who knows how many years ago, it wouldn't be a stretch to think that could have also influenced you in other ways. Even something as simple as this dish. I like that idea. So what do you do when you aren't working in the restaurant? Do you have a family? Well, most of the time I take care of my kids. Oh, nice. How many children do you have? They aren't really my children per se. I just take care of them. So you're more of a foster parent then? Not quite. These are orphan children I'm talking about. I just volunteer to spend some time with them. So I'm really more of a babysitter and teacher all in one. I can't really take them in and care for them 24/7 like a proper parent would. I'd love to, but I work far too much to be a single parent. With the amount of time I spend at the restaurant, I don't think the kids would be any better off. So I just help out whenever I can. That's very nice of you. Thanks. These kids already didn't get a very good hand in life. I just thought that if I could make a small difference for them, it'd be worth it. I see. What about hobbies? Do you have any? Can I ask a question for a change? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm not going with the sassy ass answer because I hate those kinds of answers. Well, I don't really know much about you, actually. I'm not sure if there is anyone here who does. What would you like to know? What did you do before you came here? Nothing special. I mean, I have my degrees, but this is the first time I did something that was actually related to them. The work I did previously was just to keep afloat. I know what you mean. I suppose it's my turn again. So tell me about your hobbies. The one I enjoy most is probably flying. Just flying? Well, not just flying. I do aerobatics, or stunt flying. I've been doing that on and off for a couple years now. You must be the most overqualified delivery flyer in history, then. Actually, that might not be so far from the truth. I'm actually hoping to be part of a competition in some time. Awesome. Where can I watch it? I suppose that depends on whether you will still be here or when it takes place. It's part of a festival we hold in this town every year. Okay, since it's my turn again, well... This might be an unusual question. So, when they said it was a human that would be coming here, I kind of expected something a little different. Well, what did you expect? I'm not sure exactly, but they do say it was humans that made us into who we are today. You don't seem so different from us, though. I mean, yeah, you do look different from us, but You're nothing really anything like some of the things that have been said about your kind. I could say the same about you. Really? Yeah, we have plenty of myths about dragons. Like what? Oh, I kind of want to do it. Oh, I like Adine though. I kind of want to do it though. There's too many to list. It's just too many. Some are good, some not so much. Sounds like what we have on you, actually. Now that I see one of you right in front of me, it's almost silly what some of the myths say. Well, no matter what you think about us, about humans, I gotta show you that I am in no way special or supernatural. I disagree with that. Why? You say that you aren't special, but just the fact that you're here with us right now is quite special to me and many others. Just try to see it the other way around. You know, you have a good point. What were you thinking when you first heard about us? I thought it was awesome. I thought making a discovery like this was just awesome. Many people would love to have the opportunity I had by coming here. See? It's not so one-sided after all. So don't be surprised if some of us feel the same way. And it's not just the discovery of you dragons. We found a portal to an entirely different world. We still haven't figured that one out. Neither have we. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. By the way, interesting selection of books you have here. Draconic Desire, Ixamen Sphere. Are these yours? Nah, they were already here when I moved in. Have you read any of them? I did read Sheridan and the Scepter of Sovereignty. How'd you like it? It was entertaining, I guess. Nothing special. Nothing special is a good way to describe the entire series, actually. Oh, you've got Prince and Prayer. You should totally read that one. You think so? Why is that? It's not just an interesting story, it's based on true events. The author is so right when he says there's a lot we can learn from what happened back then. I'll check it out when I have time. Let me know when you do. I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say about it. Alright, since you asked about my family earlier, I'm gonna do the same thing. Is there a Mr. or Mrs. Kaiser back home waiting for you? No, can't say there is. How about a potential Mr. or Mrs. Kaiser then? Are you looking to date anyone? Not really. I see. Anyone on your radar then? Someone you think is attractive? Well, there's someone. Oh, it's a shame. You can't be with them now then. Or are you talking about someone you met here? Maybe. Oh my. Would happen to be someone I know? Maybe. Well, who is it? I'm not sure how many questions that was, but I'm sure it's not your turn anymore. Are we still even playing this game? I'm just having fun. You and me both. You know, why don't we make this a little more interesting while we're at it? What do you suggest? Truth or dare? What's that? We continue asking questions, but if one of us doesn't want to answer the question, we have to do something the other person tells us to do. I don't even know what kind of dare I would make you do. It could be something that would make me uncomfortable, or something you like to see me do. Anything. Well, keep in mind that revenge might be coming quicker than you think, so not something for anything you wouldn't do yourself. Got it. So who's first? You asked the last few questions, so it's only fair if I start. Alright. Which part of your body is the most ticklish? Probably my sides. Good to know. You wouldn't misuse that knowledge, would you? Of course not. I totally would. Since it's my turn now, what is your greatest wish? Be the very best, like no one ever was. That seems to be a very personal wish, Kaiser. Alright, my turn. What would you do if you were invisible for a day? Invisible, huh? That's a hard one. I mean, no one would see my flying then, and I do want people to see that. Well, with this question, it's more about what you would do if you had the opportunity to do something without getting caught, like something mischievous or criminal. Oh, I know what I would do. I'd check out the building they found along with the portal. What building? Did you hear about that? They found a whole building along with the portal. It's actually underground, and they have it heavily guarded while a team of archaeologists works on it. I think it might contain many secrets and answers about the portal and where it came from. Interesting. I think I'd like to check that out as well. If you knew the world was about to end, what would you do? Huh. I mean, yeah, it depends on what kind of end we're talking about, I suppose. Like, the world exploding? Or, like, nuclear fallout? Like, this question kind of depends on, like, what the context is. I'm gonna assume nuclear fallout, just because I like the Fallout games, so... I'm not sure if I could do that. I don't like tight enclosed spaces. Ooh. I like too many of these answers. Well, I like the top and bottom one. hmm. uh, if I asked you to kiss me, would you do it? Is that your question? Or is that already a dare? Question. I just couldn't think of anything better. Well, then my answer would be no. I don't kiss just anyone, you know. However, if it was a dare, my answer might be different. Alright, so from those you met here so far, who do you fancy most? I think I'll take a dare for this one. Oh, finally. What am I going to have you do? Whatever you like. No, I honestly have no idea. Take your time. Alright, let me think for a minute. Oh, looks like it's getting late. Wait, what time is it? Oops, seems I've been here longer than I thought. I probably should be going now. Seems like the rain has stopped too. Yeah, that's great. You know, if you want me to come over again, you don't have to order anything to do it. Here's my private number. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Bye. I might have been a bit too coy about that. Oh well. Looks like I have some free time today. I could rest, which I guess would probably end the chapter. I do kind of want to meet with Remy though. And I did just spend like, well, like 15, like 10, 15 minutes with the dean. It's a hard choice. Do I want to go with my boy Remy or a dean? I don't know. Almighty D20. If you roll 10 or below, I go to Remy. If I roll 11 or above, I go with the dean. Alright, we're going with Remy. It was a 6. Thank you again for helping me the other day. Without you, I would have been trapped sorting books for a few more hours. Inviting you over for dinner is the least I can do. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Potatoes! Boil them, mash them, stick them in my ass. I think I have a few potatoes, but potatoes alone don't make a particularly good dinner. Maybe we could find something else to go with them. Anyways, is there anything particularly you like to eat? Oh, this game knows me like so well. Steak and potato. Yes. Oh, you're in luck. I do have a few steaks we could dine upon. This might take a while, so make yourself at home. With those words, Remy walked into a particularly walled-off kitchen. There was no door, so I could see him open the fridge and take out 2 steaks before he set them on the counter. Soon after, he was already preparing the various ingredients with his somewhat clumsy paws. He was silent for a moment, then lifted his snout and looked at me from over the partition. What is it? I was just thinking about something. I can help cook if you like. Don't worry about it. Alright. I looked around the apartment as Remy cooked and couldn't help but notice the almost mesmerizing tidiness that's permeated the place. Shelves were filled with books, scrolls, magazines, and other various trinkets. Suddenly, the repetitious noise of vegetables being cut ceased as Remy returned from the adjoining room. I'll be back in just a minute. He went down the hall and vanished through the bathroom door. What should I do? Oh, that's not creepy at all. That's really creepy. Fucking hell. I'm gonna look at his shelves. I could go into the bathroom. That'd be so goddamn creepy, though. Oh, I want to do it. I really want to do it. I'm gonna do it. Wait a minute. He has a second bathroom? I wonder why. No. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Damn it. Let's examine the shelves then. I moved over to the shelves and idly looked through the books and scrolls. Nothing particularly interesting caught my eye. From the titles alone, it seems all genres more or less represented, fiction and non-fiction alike. The scrolls were neatly sorted in holders, though I couldn't make out the logical consistency behind their arrangement. Anatomy, huh? Let me check that out. What the hell? I'm not quite sure what I expected. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. I'm gonna search his bedroom. I probably shouldn't be looking in here. I'll just take a quick peek. That's a huge bed, even for a dragon. I suppose they need to account for wings and such, but even considering that, it's pretty big. The bathroom door opened and revealed the white dragon. As he approached, I felt my stomach grumble quietly. I barely heard the muffled sound, but when I saw Remy's ears perk, I realized he had more sensitive ears than I expected. Hungry already, I take it? Lift my shirt. I pulled up my shirt and exposed my belly to the dragon's gaze. My hand stroked it in a circular motion, caressing the skin. Hair and body fat beneath. Do you think that's a lot of hair? Or just a little peach fuzz? Because I think it's pretty hairy. Some of that hair is actually blonde, so you might not be able to tell from a distance. Which means you have to touch my belly to feel them. It's very soft. What the fuck? I was not expecting this shit. I'm afraid you... Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that to happen. He showed me out of the apartment after that. Not wanting to make a scene, I left. I saw exactly sure what was wrong that evening, so I didn't think he would want to meet with me again. I didn't think that was going to happen. I wasn't... Chapter 4 loss. Fucking hell. This is a weird episode. Jesus Christ. Sebastian standing down there in the background. Well, I just really fucked it with Remy, didn't I? Jesus. Well. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I'm just... Why was that scene so fucking weird? It's like, I know I chose a weird option deliberately, but I didn't expect it to be that fucking weird. Oh my god. Oh shit. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for this video. Next time, we'll be starting up chapter 4. I'll see you then.